Here's how to make a Clams Casino beat on FL Studio. Let's jump straight in. This is going to be a pretty interesting one. There's going to be a lot of chopping and a lot of bouncing. But let's start with the tempo. We're going to change the tempo up here to 143 beats per minute. For this style of track, we're going to make something like Nights Like This by the Kid Laroi, which was of course produced by Clams Casino. Then we're going to click on this button up here to go into our piano roll, where we're going to lay our chords down. Let's click up here to go into our channel rack, and we're going to want to add a new plugin by clicking on this plus button here, and then we can select any plugin we want to use. This is a plugin that I'll be using for this video. It's my plugin Grain X4. But for this Clams Casino beat, you can use whatever sounds you want to use. But there's a specific reason why I'm choosing to use this plugin. These type of Clams Casino beats are super glitchy and contain some really interesting textures. Grain X4 has this morph functionality and a ton of these morph presets, which allow you to create some really glitchy textures. So this is why I'm using the plugin. Now we can right click on this and click piano roll, which means that any notes we add will use the sound that we selected from our plugin. We now want to change our scale highlighting so we can see what key we want to be in. For these type of beats, we actually want to use the major scale. So let's go up here, go down to view, go to scale highlighting and change the scale to major. Then we can choose our root note. I'm going to use A. You can use any of these. We're then going to start by laying down an A major 7th chord, which we can either add by clicking up here and going to a major 7th chord and then clicking this in, or we can add it ourselves using our knowledge of basic music theory, which is that we add the root note, which is A, then skip a note in the scale, add a note, skip a note in the scale, add a note, skip a note in the scale, and add a note. And that is a major 7th chord because it uses the 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th notes in the scale. Our next chord is slightly more interesting. This is a C sharp minor 7th chord, which again, we can go up here, click on the minor 7th chord, and drag this in to add the chord. We can then revoice this chord by pressing Ctrl and clicking on the note we want to use, and then pressing Ctrl and down to pitch this down, or Ctrl and up to pitch this up an octave. Revoicing is simply a technique used to make your chords sound more full, without changing the tone or the mood of the chord. And finally, we have an A major 7th chord, where we've pitched the E down an octave. And we've also added this top note of E, just to fill out some of the emptiness at the end of the pattern. Whilst this might sound complicated, it's actually a lot easier than this. What I'm simply doing is choosing 3 bass notes. I wanted to start with A because we're in the key of A major, so I added in A, and then literally just chose 2 other notes in the scale. From there, I literally just skip a note, add a note, skip a note, add a note, skip a note, add a note to get the 7th chord. This will always either give me a major or minor 7th chord, and all of them will be in our scale since we're choosing notes in the scale. Here's how this sounds on its own. It's going to sound pretty different to how it ends up sounding. You've kind of just got to trust me through this creation. We can then press Ctrl and left click and drag over the entire chord progression and press Ctrl and C on our keyboard to copy the notes. And then we can add in more sounds by going back into the channel rack and clicking the plus button and adding more plugins, where we can go into these and paste the chords in with Ctrl and V. I've added 2 more sounds which copy the exact chords we created already. Here's the second one. It's called the Obsidian pad, again from Grain X4, and the Spectrum shift pad, which both utilize the morph mode, which if I haven't explained already, simply uses an LFO, a low frequency oscillator, to shift between which sample is playing, constantly creating this glitchy, stuttery effect. Here's how these 3 layers sound together. You see this fills it out a little bit more. And finally, I've taken this lead preset, which is a morph lead inside of Grain X4, called the Solar Fracture lead, and we can play any notes we want to use as long as they're in our scale. So remember, these are the notes that are in the lighter tone. We can't use the notes that are in the darker tone here. Here's how this sounds. And finally, the last sound we're going to add is another lead. This is the Around the World lead, and it plays a slightly different pattern. Since all of our sounds are in one pattern, we can now go up here and we can right click on this and click render as audio clip. We can then press start, and then if we go back into our playlist, click on the channel rack, we'll see that our pattern exported as one audio clip will be in here. We can click on this, and then we can left click and drag this into the playlist. Here's what this pattern looks like, and again it just plays the exact same audio. I then went up here and clicked on the slice tool, which we can use to left click and slice across our audio to chop this into different sections. I chose 3 sections of this audio. One was at the beginning, one was somewhere in the middle, and one was somewhere at the end, basically in the 3 different chords. I then took this chop and duplicated it by hovering over it pressing Control, left click and dragging over, and pressing Control and B to duplicate these. Or you could just left click on it and left click and drag to add it in. Here's how these chops sound. Right, we're slowly getting closer to that Clams Casino sound, but we're nowhere near it at the moment. So for the next section, we're going to add a vocal. You can record your own vocals, or you can take them from sites like Splice. This is a Splice vocal loop. And if we left click into it, we can see that it's in the key of C# minor, which is not the key that we're in. So we're going to want to re-pitch this so that the vocal is in our key, in the same key as the chords we created.
I don't know if love is free, so I don't want you to wait for me. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
And then we take the slice tool again and we chop this up, just like we did for the chords. And we get something like this.
No, 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 no. So I don't bum, 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 bum.
So now what we do is we can left click and drag up here, highlight this section and just export the chords by clicking on these little green buttons here to only turn on the tracks that have our chords on. To single a track, you just right click on this and then you can left click on the additional tracks. We can then drag this in exactly like we did before. And this time I'm going to pitch it up by 4 semitones. And now this is how it sounds with the vocal. And now we want to add a bass line. So we're going to go back into our channel rack, add a plugin, again like we did before, then right click on this and go into our piano roll. I'm then simply going to copy the bass notes from the chords, but remember we pitched the pattern up by 4 semitones. So we're going to pitch those bass notes up by 4 notes. And this is the bass line that we will have. Now if we layer all of these together, the bass line, the chords and the vocal, now we're going to do the exact same thing again. We're going to export this here as a WAV file, or we can drag over all of this and we can go up here to Tools and Consolidate Playlist Selection from Selection Start, which will render this as one audio clip, which we've got here. And remember, we can drag this into the playlist by finding it in the channel rack, and it will be there, and left clicking and dragging this into the playlist. I then decided to send this to a mix track, number 15 to be specific. You can choose any mixer track, just one that's empty and doesn't have any effects on it. Then we can add these effects. I've decided to add some distortion. This is a third-party plugin, so if you guys don't have this, then you can use any plugins like Wave Shaper, Blood Overdrive, Fast Distortion, and I also have this reverb. If we then left click into this again, we can see that I pitched it down by a further 6 semitones. And here's how this pattern sounds. Okay, this is starting to sound way more like Clams Casino. Now that we have this loop done, we can move on to our drums. The drums are actually really interesting. They're pretty simple patterns, but we're going to add a ton of effects. Start by choosing any drum sounds you want. You can press this button up here to look at the browser where you can find various different drum kits. I've got a kick, a ride, a hi-hat and a snare. I've also got some percussion sounds as well. Here's the kick pattern we're going to use. Then we're going to layer a really simple ride. This hi-hat pattern, which we can add by right-clicking and going on to fill each 2 steps. Then we can add these rolls and lower notes. For the rolls, we'll need to change the snap to grid. It will be set to a quarter beat manually. It will automatically be set to a quarter beat. So we can change this to smaller increments so that we can add more notes. In this case, half step. Here's what this will sound like. Then a really simple snare pattern. For the snare sounds, Clams Casino typically uses really reverbed snares. We've then got this triangle sound, this interesting percussive element, and this tambourine, which kind of acts almost as an open hat. Then we're going to go into the channel rack again by pressing this button, and we're going to route all of these to different mixer tracks. We're then going to go into the mixer tracks, and we're going to press Control and Shift and click on all of the drum ones. We're then going to right click on a new mixer track where nothing is currently sent to it. I'm using number 25, but let me use this one here to demonstrate. We're then going to right click on this and click route to this track only. And then you'll see there's a green line along the bottom which ends up at 25. Here we can add effects so that they apply to all of the drum sounds and not just one of them. This is what's called a mix bus, where you have multiple tracks routed to one. For the effects, I've added this thermal, which is just a distortion plugin. You can use a soft clipper if you don't have this, and an RC20 retro color. Here's how these drums now sound with the effects. Oh, and I've also added this transition effect. Now, if we go back into our mixer, we can go to the master track here. We're going to want to add two different things. The first is a fruity soft clipper. Just add this in and leave the default preset. If we then boost the volume of all the other tracks, it's going to make this distorted clipping sound, which makes the beat sound kind of grungy. I've turned the post gain down. You don't necessarily need to do this. I've just done this because I fed it into a mastering plugin, so I needed some headroom. You can then add any form of mastering plugin. Well, you don't really need to master your beats, but I have with Ozone 11. With this, I've then turned the soft clip on to make it clip even harder. And now here is how the final beat sounds. I hope you guys all learned something from this video. If you want to access Grain X4, which is the plugin I use for all of the sounds in this video, then make sure to check out the link in the description where it's currently 70% off. All purchases help support this channel, so I appreciate all of you who have downloaded.